President Donald Trump's response to the nation's deadliest mass shooting, a dismal explanation from the diplomatic room, a snapshot of quiet on the South Lawn, and a lethargic for a day Twitter channel, didn't aggravate a heartbreaking circumstance. The president's words and activities, Democrats and Republicans stated, were in accordance with what some other National Rifle Association-sponsored president would do. Trump's call for solidarity notwithstanding a demonstration of unadulterated abhorrence was joined by a day announced by his group to be a no-go zone for political or strategy discourses about the country's firearm laws. For the initial 9 months of his administration, a large portion of the emergencies Trump has confronted have been of his own making. Be that as it may, the shooting, which killed no less than 59 and harmed more than 500 Las Vegas showgoers Sunday night, exhibits another sort of authority test. In the coming days, as the window of a sympathies-just reaction to a residential disaster closes, Trump will be compelled to explore a prickly political circumstance as he responds to the Maine mass shooting to unfurl on his watch. Mass shootings in America have progressed toward becoming snapshots of national retribution on migration, fear-mongering and harassing. For this situation, where the shooter had no reasonable intention, the discourse immediately swung to the one subject Trump and his guides avoided in their initial 24 hours of reaction: weapon security measures. Officially, some direct Republicans have communicated trust that the shooting will push him to emerge as an opponent of a bill pending in the House that would slacken confinements on obtaining silencers. The bill, whose supporters say is expected to ensure the becoming aware of seekers, is disputable even among energetic supporters of the Second Amendment. Contradicting the enactment, a few Republicans stated, would offer Trump a political chance to stand firm on a firearm well-being issue while costing him little with his base. "Nobody truly thinks about the silencer charge," said political specialist John Weaver, a previous consultant to Arizona Republican Senator John McCain. Trump once gloated that he could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and nobody would mind. In light of this shooting, he could spare lives by putting a stop to this crazy silencer charge at no cost politically. The NRA, in any case, would be a troublesome move for Trump, even on a bill that does not have the help of many firearm-toting Second Amendment supporters. Trump was a latecomer to supporting weapon rights, however depended intensely on the firearm campaign amid a year ago's decision. In 2016, the NRA emptied more than $6 million into TV promotions for Trump's battle, even while most major political gatherings were escaping from the Republican candidate. Furthermore, the president's child Donald Jr., a seeker, has been a key sponsor of the silencer charge. It's about security. It's a medical problem, honestly, the more youthful Trump said a year ago in a meeting with the organizer of Silencer Co., a maker situated in Utah. In any case, the Las Vegas shooter, who poured down projectiles from the 32nd story of the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino, was distinguished rapidly to a limited extent since neighborhood law implementation could track the sound of his shots. The pending silencer enactment was at that point losing energy in Congress on Monday. Trump in the 1990s and early aughts upheld a restriction on strike weapons. What's more, in 2012 he commended President Barack Obama's reaction to the Sandy Hook school shooting, which incorporated a crusade for stricter firearm laws. That history, in spite of his staunch sponsorship from the NRA and his responsibility regarding his Second Amendment supporting base, had some outside guys with close connections to the White House trusting it's conceivable Trump may utilize the silencer charge as a chance to create an impression while proceeding to paint himself as a solid supporter of the firearm rights. He's been for weapon control before, one outside GOP expert said. Obviously he will flip here. Unless you are an energetic protector of the Second Amendment, it doesn't bode well. The White House did not react to a demand for input about its position on the silencer charge. At her everyday preparation on Monday, Squeeze Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders avoided any inquiries regarding arrangement. Today is all the more, once more, similar to I stated, a day of reflection, a day of grieving, a day of thankfulness for those that were spared, Sanders said. I feel that there will be positively time for that strategy talk to happen, Yet that is not the place that we're in as of now. Unquestionably, I believe there's a period for that to happen. She additionally got over the contrast between Trump's more measured reaction to the Las Vegas shooting and his gut response to the Pulse Dance Club shooting in Orlando a year ago. As a competitor, Trump swung straightforwardly to Twitter after that shooting, which murdered 49 individuals, where he guaranteed he was spot on radical Islamic fear-mongering. The shooter, Omar Mateen, had connections to the Islamic State Psychological Oppressor Association. There's a distinction between being an applicant and being the president, Sanders said. After Monday's elegance period for putting off political talk, the White House will likewise need to manage inquiries concerning whether it is shying far from esteeming the shooting a psychological militant assault in light of the shooter's ethnicity. On Wednesday, a day in the wake of going by sea tempest-struck Puerto Rico, Trump will go to Las Vegas, where he'll again be tried in a part that does not fall into place for him, that of consoler and boss. On the off chance that he takes after the content of his ancestors, that will mean meeting with the people on call, as well as secretly lamenting with the groups of the casualties.